What's up, dudes and dudettes? This is Cut from the cutting room floor. We're going to talk about two things. One, the comic book Hellblazer, which, for those of y'all who don't know, is the story of John Constantine and the movie Constantine. And I'm doing this for two reasons. One, they're both great parts of literature. And two, because there's a sequel of the movie coming out. And I want to kind of refresh everybody's memory of who John Constantine is. He's played by Keanu Reeves. Rachel Weisz is also in the movie. That's the chick from The Mummy Returns. And I think that's it. I don't think she's in any of the other mummies. I'm not sure, though. I tried to look up this guy's name to try to learn how to pronounce it. It's very Haitian. His name is Dejan Hausen or Hausen. Anyway, he's in the movie. Shia LaBeouf. For those of y'all who don't know who Shia LaBeouf is, watch Even Stevens. And let's see, who else? That's about it, honestly, that people would recognize. There's a few television actors in there, but I try not to do television series on here. But they're really good actors as well. Not trying to diminish their craft, but they're pretty good too. But anyway, in the movie, John Constantine kills himself, or is a psychic. He can see things. He can see the veil, through the veil. He can see demons and angels and things of that nature. Well, you know, that would fuck a kid up. So he tried to kill himself. Well, because he tried to kill himself, he is destined for hell because he took a life. So he tries to buy his way back into heaven. He also has stage 3 or 4 lung cancer because he smokes cigarettes like oxygen. Yeah, that's about the gist. He stops the demon from coming into the world as Satan's son. You know, typical kind of stuff like that. Now, I said I was going to talk about the book Hellblazer, which is also John Constantine. John Constantine, his first appearance was Swamp Thing. Not sure which number. 187, maybe. Anyway, it was a young John Constantine. And the only difference between Keanu Reeves' Constantine and this Constantine is the Constantine in the comic books is very British. And I know there's a lot of stuff going around that isn't the way that character's supposed to be. This isn't the way that character's supposed to be. He still did Keanu Reeves still did a good job. So he wasn't British. So what? You could do that in comic book movies and just say it's another part of the multiverse. Bam, done. But anyway, John Constantine in this one is going to hell for killing his baby brother. Now you're like, huh? He killed his baby brother. Isn't he a superhero? No, he's a survivalist. And to be fair, he was a baby too. Now I bet you're going, oh God, what? You're really confused. Now, let me explain. John Constantine took the umbilical cord. He had a twin. And took while still in the womb, took the umbilical cord and choked his brother to death. Okay? Yeah, that happened. He did that. For what reason? Honestly, don't remember. And from what I read, there's not a whole lot of explanation behind it. Hell, even in one of the multiverses in the comics, his brother is a very well liked and respected magician. So, yeah. But John Constantine is not a bad guy in the series. And you're thinking, he choked his brother with an umbilical cord. How can he not be a bad guy? It's very simple. He's not. He's put a lot of demons away. He's spoken with one of the Endless, Dream, Morbius, not Morpheus. Sorry. Not Lawrence Fishburne. And I'm going to do, and you're like, the Endless, Morbius, Dream, what? I'm going to do a series about that. It'll be my only time I do a series, a video about a series. And it's because it's just like Hellblazer. It's one of those comics that are kind of nostalgic for me. I'll do a video about that because it's probably, if not the greatest, then one of the greatest television comic adaptations I've ever seen. Definitely within the top 2. Okay, let me just go ahead and tell you. Green Arrow and The Sandman. Sandman's on Netflix. There are 11 episodes, just the first season, and then like a cavalcade episode, I guess you could call it, where it's 2 different stories in one. Great series. Oh my God, it's a wonderful series. Like I said, the best comic book adaptation I've ever read. I've ever seen. I've read everything Neil Gaiman's done. Everything. Except, is it Marvel or X-Men? Anyway, he did a version of X-Men called 1602. Might have been Marvel 1602. Where it's Victorian era London. I haven't read those yet. I'm going to. I just haven't yet. But I've read everything Neil Gaiman's ever done, and great shit. So, it's kind of a short video. I'm not really explaining the movie, I'm more explaining the characters. And the reason why I'm doing that is because a lot of people are kind of losing their shit about certain characters being a different race. And I have this to say to these people. Are you looking me in the eyes? Can you see my eyes? Look at me. I want all of you to look at me when I say this. Who gives a fuck? So what if Ariel's black? So what if there's a black dwarf? So what if there's a black elf? Who cares? No one. That's who. Not a single fucking person should care. This is Big Cut. On the cutting room floor, stay frosty.